Welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak, where we just had our battle with the Grendel, and that usually means the chapter's about to end. But that will mean a few cutscenes.
The Golden Beast King who serves Arusha. That bodyguard's really something else to be able to fuse with a monster like that.
Van! Splendidly fought.
You did it.
Look at you go! Kudos to both sides. Until now, I wasn't quite sure just how you transformed. Whoa! Who's bad now, huh?
How do you like that?
Rather shrewd of you.
Very shrewd. I'm impressed you caught me off guard.
It's time you call it quits! We're shutting this show down!
Alas, it seems you are right.
Oh, the golden light is gone.
Huh. She did it, huh?
So, Sarah, what's up?
Shahina! Huh?
What happened to us?
Shahina, are you okay? Sarah? What have I done? I'm sorry, I used Mom's dances all wrong. So many people are hurt because of... Shahina, snap out of it. The show still has to go on, silly. The parade isn't over yet. Let's finish what we both started. And show everyone who supported us just how bright our future is, all right? Sarah!
Whoa!
The crowd's coming together.
You can do it, girls! Go for it! Is everybody watching out there? Let's make this a film festival for the record books! Come on, everyone!
What a ride this has been. I just hope this means things have worked out.
This is just the sort of hot scoop I've been looking for.
Not to burst your bubble, hun, but with the CID in town, I don't know how much anyone is going to be able to cover this event.
Maybe, but I've got a feeling readers will still get a little taste of just how hot and fiery things turned out.
Marvelous! This parade is exceeding all of my wildest dreams!
It's beautiful! Yeah, it really is. So that's what it means to perform live. Really puts into perspective what she accomplished in Crossbow. What'd you say? Just thinking out... Ah! Why are you kneeling so close to me?
Sorry, but your injuries need tending to.
Aw, over already? That was a little anticlimactic, if you ask me. What should we do, boss?
I think we're fine. These results were more than enough for our purposes. I'm sure our Spriggan friend will agree.
Wipe that cocky grin off your ugly mug.
We won't let you escape.
Escape? Whatever gave you that idea?
Watch out, everyone!
Incoming!
Holy mother of Idios!
Whoa there!
Taking this a little far, don't you think?
Oh, I didn't realize you were there, Melchior. I'm ever so sorry.
No need to apologize. You know me, Viola. I always love a good thrill.
You have a bad habit of gratuitously pushing people's buttons, Melchior.
She does share some of the blame, you realize. In either case, they are merely engaging in their usual repartee.
The hell I am!
It's you, bastards.
Look, that puppeteer is with them too. Stay right there!
Ciao! Thanks for keeping me entertained.
Will it or nill it, we seem bound by fate. I'm sure we'll meet again.
Not so fast. Tell me one thing. Just how far do you plan on taking this madness?
Come now, Spriggan. You know the answer as well as I do. There are no limits to the lengths we will go.
That stealth cruiser is cutting-edge tech. These guys are better equipped than I thought.
So it seems. That specific ship isn't even on the market yet.
Oh, crap. Well, I better get going. I'll let you guys take it from here. So long!
Wait, your wounds,
And there she goes.
She could have at least said a proper goodbye.
Nina! Are you alright?
Very smooth.
Oh, come on now.
Judith! There you are! I've been so worried about you ever since we got separated. And, oh no, you look so exhausted. Did something happen?
I'm fine. Really, I've just been running around this whole time, that's all.
Oh, Judith, did you see her? Grimcat was here in the flesh, baby! If she's not a scintillating spectacle, I don't know who is! That woman is the living embodiment of one of my 108 ideal forms!
108 ideal forms.
Ah, I've gotta do something! I need to get to work on my next movie, one that'll put that damn Lom in his place!
Already have your eyes on the next prize, Mr. Gotti?
We could all learn a little from his determination. Though maybe not the part that's waist deep in the gutters.
We recovered another Genesis. But at what cost? Great-grandfather, Mom, Grandmother.
Huh. I'd say this whole mess has given us a lot of food for thought. But our clients are safe and sound. Well, mostly. And I don't think we could have wrapped things up much better than we did. I can see us getting a juicy bonus for our work, too. So, good job, guys. You all get a passing grade.
Aww.
I'm not sure where you get off thinking you, of all people, can grade us.
I suppose that now all of this is over. This concludes my current assignment. A job well done, Mr. Arkwright.
everyone?
Right back at you, Reset.
I really don't know what we would have done without you. You've been so attentive and supportive. Not to mention the way you saved Van when he was in danger.
Yeah, you've been super helpful to have around.
You ever think about trading places with our boss? Work go way smoother with you running the show.
I'm right here! Though, I'd, be lying if I said I hadn't had the same thoughts.
It was my pleasure. I had a wonderful time working with all of you.
No, I know, video game, but normally, if you had a broken window at that height, there would be a lot of wind up there. You could not stand and talk in that room. You'd have to leave. October the 12th.
Judith Lanster appears to be taking the loss of the Leon d'Or very seriously. She has now sworn to win against Nina Fenley next year in both festivals after acknowledging the younger actress as her true equal. Between that and Salvatore Gotti already teasing his next work, I'd venture to say the future has quite a lot in store for us. Next, the Quincy Company recently released a new addition to its lineup.
Man, I don't know how they can be so carefree after all the shit that went down. Especially Director Deviant. Takes a weird pair of balls to only think about how to make a movie out of it.
He's resilient, all right. The kind of man who always finds something on the floor every time he's knocked down. The news isn't saying much about the drugs or organized crime, though. Not that I'm especially surprised about that.
Yeah, that'd just put people on edge. Guessing it's probably Renee's people and the Principality hushing things up.
I was worried the Prince and Najee would be out for a while, so it's good they recovered right away. Zara and Shahina were able to pay off their debts, too.
Yeah, doubt those loan sharks were expecting to get it all back in one go.
Thank you for everything. If it weren't for you all, who knows where I'd be right now? Arusha must be really looking out for me.
Hey, come on. Don't sell yourself too short, yeah? You did all the hard work. We just offered a little moral support, that's all.
But still...
I wish we had more time to hang out. One of these days, you'll have to teach me some of your moves, okay? Sure, sounds like a plan. I promise to pay you back for everything you've done. See you guys later!
They were both such lovely people. I'm so glad we got to meet them. It sounds like the future is looking bright for them too, if they have such a big show confirmed already.
Yeah, not everyone gets to collaborate with a group like Crossbell's Arkansas right out the door. They've got to be feeling some pressure, jumping into the big leagues so quickly. But they're up for it, I'm sure.
If you're on the stage with Wisha and Ilya, yeah?
You've always had a ton of suspicious criminal contacts, but now you're drowning in public superstars too. Top actresses, big league directors, promising dancers. Bet you must be feeling like you've struck gold. What with all these famous chicks all over you lately?
What do you mean?
Well, Van?
Why'd you always gotta go right for my jugular? I was fine with this staying a quiet one-man operation, you know? Now all of a sudden I've got a load of employees, and both the CID and Elsheim Royals have their eyes on me. What a pain.
I think you're mostly to blame for that, though.
Mostly? It's all his fault.
I thought you made a positive impression on the prince, though. He seemed to really like you.
I have no excuse for my earlier lapse. Words cannot express how grateful I am you were able to contain the situation for me.
That was quite the ride we ended up on, indeed. But, all things considered, this has been a fruitful experience in several ways. As promised, I threw in a bonus on top of your base reward, so you have something extra to look forward to. It will arrive separately.
Appreciate it, Your Highness. I'll be on the lookout for it.
All that being said, this has certainly been a colorful little adventure, hasn't it? And I don't just mean with Armada and the Genesis. You're an intriguing fellow yourself, Van. I understand what Marduk sees in Arkwright Solutions now. You can most certainly count on my continued support.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that liking. He was putting me on his radar. Granted, if he wants to give me some fat bonuses, who am I to say no?
It's definitely over 70% his fault.
70. Try 120.
Still, nothing good comes from biting off more than you can chew. Better to keep this operation focused. Besides, why do you have to bring Marduk's name up? They've got nothing to do with us now. Reset helping out was just a one-time thing. Now I'm back to being just a regular old tester.
And in a moment she knocks on the door because she's been hired by the prince for that.
Huh?
What's with all the confusion?
Well...
Yo, Agnes, you keeping stuff from him again?
I didn't mean to. I really only intended that with you. Excuse me.
Huh, guess we got another client. I'll be right there. Funny. I must be seeing things.
Hello there. It's good to see you all again. Even if it's been less than a week since we last met.
Talk about a stickler for time. Not even a minute late.
I trust you didn't get lost on the way here?
Not at all. I've known where Mr. Arkwright lives for quite some time. I look forward to working with you all.
What? Now just one damn minute. What's this all?
After the events of the other day, Marduk HQ undertook a thorough investigation and risk assessment of the situation. The possibility was raised that, on this exceptional occasion, the continued presence of an on-site concierge may be warranted. As a result, my subsequent internal application to be assigned directly to Arkwright Solutions long-term was granted. And so, here I am.
It sounds like she'll be able to help out with a lot, including Mare, while keeping the details secret from Marduk HQ.
Plus, she can teach us more about shards and do a whole bunch of other useful stuff for us.
Yeah, there was something about having us try out some cutting-edge orbital net service too.
That's right. I would greatly benefit from the wider pool of testers, rather than just Mr. Arkwright alone. Of course, I will take care to ensure the terms of your contracts are fair and beneficial to you all.
I don't think any of us are worried on that count, as long as you're involved.
Flabbergasted.
Oh, and I have of course already signed a lease for one of the rooms on the 3rd floor and deposited my belongings there. I believe you are behind on temporary employment tax paperwork and insurance applications for everyone here. I would be happy to help with those matters and more besides. So please, let me know if I can be of service.
Oh, we couldn't possibly leave everything to you. I'll do all I can to handle my fair share too.
Ooh, but first, you should give me a crash course in how to use those shard footholds.
Yeah! Can you people stop making decisions without me?
And with that, Chapter 3 ends. Pleasure in Delirium. We get 12,000 Mera for the business trip to Falmouth.
That's how it goes.
Then I'll update your rank.
Got it.
Macho Belt.
That's just about perfect.
Excellent.
See? You get it.
This time Aaron's stats have risen thanks to being the Employee of the Month.
Whether you need assistance in office or personal matters, know that there is nothing I, Reset Twinings, cannot handle.
Recruited. bit early to end the episode, so let's continue with the start of next chapter. Basel Institute of Science, huh?
This is ridiculous! You've had more than enough time. Why are the calculations still not done?
But Professor, it's impossible to be any more precise with our current equipment.
Not even the most cutting-edge engineering science or orbital science will allow for...
I will not be told what is or isn't possible by assistance! We knew about an inevitable lack of precision going into this! The theory is complete. Now do your job and find a way to realize it! It's as simple as that!
That isn't how it works.
You are working in the finest laboratory in all of Calvert, and it is high time that you started thinking like it. Whatever. I'll be back to hear your results in the morning. Just get to making progress!
Not another all-nighter.
I didn't think losing to Professor Cronkite would push him this far off the deep end.
I don't disagree, but complaining isn't gonna get us anywhere. All we can do is get back to work.
And who are you?
This wasn't what we agreed! You both gave me your word that you would stay on until the Zypha standard was ready for the general population!
Oh, sorry. But my main research really needs my attention right now. I've covered all the tasks I was specifically left with, though.
As have I. Now it's time I devoted myself to that other project. Unless you would be willing to take responsibility were a problem to arise due to my lack of attention.
You know I can't do that.
Then it seems we've nothing else to discuss.
I really am sorry about this. Oh, I need to keep making improvements to that other thing I was given, too.
Ugh, why must the professor's students all be like this? Not to mention the woman herself. If she hadn't just up and left Basel in the first place, this wouldn't be an issue. Meanwhile, Professor Callahan's obsessed with his research into Adios knows what. What? Etwas and Red Star are threatening patent litigation? Then have their legal representative take care of it. Uldra and ZCF have a partnership now? Is this through that tech union? What are the details? Project AF's been leaked, but we had an agreement with Tyrell. It's already time for those educational visitations. Ugh, I don't have the time for this. Why can't problems ever come one at a time? I can't deal with all of this. Wait a second. I may have just worked out the perfect card to play. She left another student back here, didn't she? As I recall, he's become obsessed with that old facility.
I knew it. This is the best time of the day to see the Great Shadar Triangle. I just wish there was a little less cloud cover. By the looks of it, their conjunction will be about 10 months from now, so that should do it for my homework. I just hope she'll be back before then.
Who will be back?
Oh, don't mind me, it's nothing.
They said, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. How could I not be when I've got the two of you? And I'm not a child anymore. I can keep things safe in Gran's absence.
Adios above. You're too young to always be so serious. Hey there. How's it going so far?
I assume you mean with the new lens? I couldn't try it out fast enough. It's accurate to 0.03 microarch. The engineers of the artisanal district really are second to none.
Wasn't gonna settle for less than perfect on one of the professor's homework assignments. But I was really asking about you. You sure you're not working yourself too hard lately?
I'm fine. Honestly, I am. But thank you for always caring about me. It means a lot, especially since I'm sure you already have your hands full with work from above as it is.
Oh, I won't hear a word of that. You just leave worrying about that kind of stuff to me. Everyone's got their role to play in the world, whether it's as a researcher or as an engineer. And we wouldn't be fit to call ourselves artisans of Basel if we weren't willing to come help the professor's favorite student.
Well, thank you very much then. Oh, excuse me. Mr. Townsend, what could the CEO want with someone like me? What? Hold on a second. What do you... But this is the professor's... I'm on my way.
Ugh. What nasty crap is Townsend up to this time?
Pushing rock onto him, probably. Capital of Calvert, Edith. 5th District, Auber. Aramis Academy. Class 1A, 6th period, History of the Republic. Roughly 100 years ago, the Calvardian monarchy was approaching its breaking point. Outside of Calvert, the vast empire in East Zemuria had fallen, and the empire had annexed Crossbell for the umpteenth time. Meanwhile, at home, citizens were starving, and the aristocracy ruled with an iron fist, ignoring the people's suffering. This led to a group of unlikely heroes standing up to fight against injustice, led by Sheena Dirk, a firebrand student. At the time, few were willing to lend an ear to the seeming pipe dream of democratic revolution that she spoke of. But in due course, it began to resonate with the young in particular, and before long, she found herself leading a popular movement. The elites of the time fought hard to keep her movement at bay, causing many to lose their lives, and for Sheena herself to be locked away. But they could not stop the movement from becoming a revolutionary army with Dirk as its symbol. It was this army that toppled the kingdom. Even then, she still had the betrayal of her friend, Auguste the philosopher, and the invasion of the Empire's provisional armies to contend with. But in the end, Sheena Dirk went on to become Calvert's first president and achieved a great many things during her time in power. Miss Claudel, could you give us an example or two?
Of course! Her most well-known achievements are the Calvardian Constitution, which guides us to this day, and Edith's designation as our capital. However, I think that the founding of this very academy also deserves a special mention. The opinions of a great many thinkers, including her comrade, the artist Aramis, were reflected in its creation. But even the Royal Academy in neighboring Liberal and a military academy in Erebonia, our enemies at the time, served as inspirations. Aramis was founded to be a place where people of all races, nationalities, and beliefs could come together for the benefit of all. And I believe that as a result, it is a perfect embodiment of the ideals upon which our republic was established.
Quite so. Among her accomplishments, that one is especially pivotal. Aramis became the first head of this academy, and the influence his work had on the field of art cannot be... Boy, Agnes is so smart. She's so pretty, too.
Talk about stiff competition, huh?
Shush! Pay attention to the lesson.
Homeroom, after class. Now, as I'm sure you're aware, next week marks the beginning of your educational visitations. However, there are still a few of you who haven't chosen where they want to go. Much like the school festival in April, this is a test of what you can do independently. You need to book your own lodgings as well, so I expect these last few submissions by start of next week. That will be all. If you could, class representative.
Yes, sir. Stand. Bow.
I know it's out of country, but Crossbell's a top contender for sure. Yeah, I'm dying to see Arconsia in person. I'm interested in Crossbell too, but I want to visit somewhere quintessentially Calvadian this time. Rashian looks so pretty, I can't wait. Langport or Messeldam wouldn't be bad choices either. I want to go see the ocean. I'm quite interested in Faber too, especially after that film festival they just held. So, what's eating away at you? What do you mean? We're talking about where you want to visit, of course. Admittedly, the whole thing isn't a compulsory part of our curriculum, so any first or second year can choose not to go. But you're not serious considering passing it up, are you? Was I that easy to read? Well, you both already know about my circumstances. I suppose they're not worth hiding to begin with, but I still don't know whether my job will need us to go anywhere, so I'm waiting until the last minute to decide. I knew it. You do seem to take a lot of business trips with that gig, huh? They got another new face recently though, right? The concierge maid woman? Oh, are you concerned she's going to get a lead on you? She is supposed to be really pretty. That's not the issue here.
Sounds like someone's having fun in here.
Oh, Ren! Good afternoon.
The same to you. I'll be doing a bit of visitationing myself, incidentally, since I enrolled this year. If we end up going to the same place, I'll do what I can to help with your lodgings. By the way, I think it's fine to leave your decision until the last minute if you're that concerned about your work-school balance.
You're teasing me again, aren't you? Still, I appreciate you saying so. Well, either way, I'd way rather stick with you, Agnes. That's why you haven't picked either, right, Albert? I just don't want to rush into a decision. Where are you planning on going anywhere? Crossbell like so many others?
Actually, I know a few too many people there for that to be a good choice. I visited Longport and Erasion plenty too, and Tharbad isn't quite as enticing with the festival over.
I really wonder about her sometimes. She's just one big mystery.
No, I've made my mind up to go somewhere else entirely. A city that's like no other for experiencing both Calvard's history and its innovation, filled with wisdom and technology.
Basel.
A place where you can see the future of the Zypha Standard, the Orbal Network, and so much more.
Oh. You mean... October 18th, 1208. 3 minutes after 11. Disaster Protocol, Chapter 4.
I read your report. I'm pleased to see everything seems to be going swimmingly. I foresee no major issues in you conducting your support and operational work from Edith. As such, I will leave all but emergency matters to your discretion while you're with Arkwright Solutions.
Thank you very much. I will continue to report all I can regarding the Almada matter too, aside from the agreed exceptions.
Please do. Although I can't help but feel that much will fall under the exceptions umbrella.
I do apologize about that. However...
Oh, I didn't mean to sound critical of you. This arrangement doesn't violate the terms of our agreement in any way. I'm just sure you appreciate that we cannot allow complete free reign a la a certain society's agents.
Of course. That degree of freedom would not befit a corporate setting.
Huh. Now, I am very interested in the actions of Van Arkride and his personal hollow, just as much as I anticipate perusing your own data from your time there. I'm counting on you, Ms. Twinings.
I will not disappoint you, Mr. Thorndyke. Marduk truly is an enigma, even to those in it like me. They prioritize profit above all else, but also use a perfect mixture of truth and lies to blur just how far their reach really extends. But I suppose I'm in no position to decry that. Well then, it's time I started work for today.
Happily working on your car.
Oh, there you are. Someone's in a good mood today.
Hey, done with school for the day?
I sure am. Are you doing some maintenance before work? You're so dedicated.
My girl only deserves the best.
Oh yeah, your car used cars to get around too, right? Your pop's a car buff at all? I don't know if I'd say that. He drives a Lino, but I know. But he's pretty picky about his tires and shock absorbers, whatever was them. I bet, if you're driving across mountains and deserts all the time, you need only the best. You have no idea how much work I had to put into tuning her up, so we'd have a smooth drive out of the sand dunes and Farbert. Really? I never would have guessed. You did anything special? Okay, let me give you a primer. So the most important tweaking you can do is to the suspension, right? And... what's that over there? Yeah, that. It came from El Saim this morning. It's a present from the Crown Prince. That's right.
I threw in a bonus on top of your base reward, so you have something extra to look forward to. It will arrive separately.
It's a custom part made of top quality materials. And I mean top quality. Being successor to the throne means real money to burn. Kinda pisses me off that he conveniently sent it just as it was starting to get a little too snug for everyone to fit in. Is it something designed to add more seats to the back of a car then? How did you guess? I think I've told you this before, but I've got a brother who left our corps sent out on his own. When he came back to the village for a brief visit last year, he had something like that attached to his car too. Though it's possible he's got a different car now. Gotcha, he's probably riding the same one, if I had to guess. You think so? Maybe you're right.
I thought I might find you here, Van. And hello, Fairy.
Yes!
You always get here 10 minutes early. I don't mind you being a little more lax, you know.
I'm sure you don't, but it's a hard habit to break once you've started.
Guess that means I can hit the hay a while longer then.
You should try taking a page or two out of her book, Mr. Serial Nightcrawler.
Hey, what I do in my free time's my business, Chief.
You do know it's almost noon.
Yeah, almost noon.
I'm glad to see everyone gathered.
Now get some grub and get out of here before the lunch rush hits.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Thanks a bunch. Let's go eat, guys.
Sure thing. Man, any more people and we won't know where else to put them.
Maybe, but I think it's nice.
The group had an early lunch at Montmartre. Once done, they gathered in their office to plan out their workload. This will be the final day of my trial period. I hope I'll be able to learn quite a bit from you all by the end of it. I'm not sure you even have anything to learn at this point. You know so much about everything here, but it almost feels like we're the ones learning from you. She's already wrapped up all our pain in the ass paperwork too. You should just make her the boss and be done with it. Hell no! But it really is a big help having you here. You're not an assistant so much as a superhero. But I'm sure you've got your share of other stuff to do elsewhere, so no need to cross every T and dot every I on my account. He's not doing the crew any favors to be so dry on work either. Start making some time for yourself. Oh, but I couldn't. I know I'm not as capable as you, but I'll work hard to narrow the gap between us. So please, let me share some of the load. Everyone needs a good work-life balance. I'm here to help too. Why, if she wants to do all the tedious shit, just let her. Especially since someone's got something else on their minds just eating away at them. Well, you just want an excuse to be lazy. Your wild combat style already makes you hard to fight with, you know? You wanna take this outside, small fry? Let's do it. That's enough, you two. I would much rather all of you were able to focus on your studies and hobbies. But if you insist, I will endeavor to use some of my time for my own benefit. Glad to hear it. So, goes without saying that Rosette's coming with me today. But so's Agnes. The Orbital staff just been updated and I want her to try out this new service I've been hearing about. Oh, that sounds good. I guess she would be a lot more suited to that than me. Pretty sure I could master it in minutes if I gave it a whirl. I don't know, might be tough for someone with a wild combat style. Anyway, I'm still gonna bring one of you two to round us out. Whoever's left will be handling the office work, shopping, stuff like that. No slacking allowed. I wouldn't dream of it. Yeah, sure, hurry up and pick then. I think I take Ferry along. Agnes' orbital stuff has been updated to use more powerful subparts. Obtained the White Headpiece 2 weapon subpart for Agnes' weapon. So let's go see what this new service is about, shall we? Use it from a special computer in your room, right, Rosette? Yes, I'll point it out to you. Then let's lead the way. Right, new room. Virtual Combat Simulator. Is that the new device? Yes, this is a beta version of a Virtual Combat Simulator the Marduk company is currently testing. Virtual, huh? That sounds pretty neat. Can we really use it for combat training? Indeed, it connects to each of your ciphers in order to facilitate it. However, please bear in mind that the simulator interfaces with the user's neurotransmitters. Damage received will be felt, so do be careful. It's impressive it can do so much. It makes things easier to actually be in the simulation, even if it's just a simulation. The nuts and bolts of how it all works go way above my head, but it's gonna come in handy, so we can be on top of our game. Virtual Combat Simulator. By selecting Use Virtual Combat Simulator from Rosette's computer or your office desk, you can participate in simulated battles. It's a good way to do battles against enemies you fought as the Grendel, among others. Choose release charge or retreat to enter battle. More battles will be added as you advance the story. Wish to train on the simulator, very well.
Activating Virtual Combat Simulator, beta version.
Oh, not yet, yeah. Interesting, good. What are you doing here? Okay, but I think I end the episode here, and we begin looking into the new chapter properly next time. Until then, I'm Ace, and don't get lost.
Okay.